Hello and welcome, my Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full new moon in Virgo to the full moon in Aries, the blood moon. October 1st, good God. Why must we begin October with a blood moon? But there you have it. So welcome, my Piscean collective. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions. Pisces moon sign, born on the full moon in Pisces, Sunday, but the second was the full moon I was born under in September. The Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi, my Mer family. How you all doing? My subscribers, thank you so very much for your support, for showing up, for watching the reads, for liking, subscribing, notification bells dinging, ringing. Bells are just ringing left, right, and center. Oh God, just had a bells are ringing flashback. It's a long story. Anyway, if you are new to my channel, please do consider liking, subscribing, helping this 52-year-old mystic, Virgo Sun, Pisces Moon, Leo Rising, in his YouTube career. I'm thinking of shooting for 30,000 subscribers so that I can do the membership thing, and so I wouldn't have to post the extended reads for the Twin Flame and the Soulmate reads on Vimeo, right? You can get them all here, but I'm quite a ways away from that. So if you'd like to help out, you know how to do it, and I really appreciate it. That being said, let's get down to business for this read. This is a What Do I Need read. It's essentially asking the divine, what do I need? Not timeless, a specific time range. We're looking at the new moon in Virgo, Thursday, September 17th, but it's at 7 a.m. Eastern time it goes new moon, right? So you're in dark moon before that. 7 a.m. on the dot, right? Goes new, but only stays a little bit longer, 42 minutes after that, 7:42, it goes void, of course. Not a great time to do intentional magic work, but that's rather early if you ask me anyway. So if you wait to 2:56 p.m., it will go into Libra. Just saying, in a Libra moon, even with the new moon energy, on a Thursday is really good for balancing finances. I'll go that far. And we're looking at then the waxing moon from the full blood moon, the blood moon of October 1st in Aries, which means then we, of course, because it's the first day of the month, we have a blue moon, and guess when it hits? The blue moon in Taurus, Halloween, because Stephen King is apparently scripting 2020. So let's get up in this gig. Remember, it is a general read. These readings have been very varied because of the first card down, which is the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle. So some of them have been about money, so one about healing addictions, there's been heartbreak, there's been relationships, there's been sort of everything. So last reading down, I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, I am a Pisces moon, so I might be in this one. I didn't really see myself in the others, so let's see how this goes. Please focus on your breath, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, check your other signs. Otherwise, all the decks that I read are in the bottom of the description box, along with some other links of interest you might find along the way. Otherwise, I think we're ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, that was lovely. Please, my collective pantheons, particularly the angels, the gods, and the goddesses. Here we go. Oh, feeling you. Feeling you, please. One card in clarity. Set down the bass note, the dominant card here. The angel, the god, or the goddess that the Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign needs to be aware of, needs to work with, needs to call in, however that is, for this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries, the blood moon of October 1st. Please, who is the angel, goddess, or god they most need to tune to, turn to, work with, allow in this new moon to full moon next? The angel of self-worth. I'm down for that. you are currently undervaluing yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. Now, this is why I start with these cards on this one, or at least why the guides wanted to. They don't mess around, right? They say, this is what you need. This is what you need. This is what you need. And it doesn't surprise me. The author's name is Tony Carmine Salerno in Italian, right? So just like, wham, this is what you need. This is what you need, right? I'm a quarter Sicilian, I can relate. So just even tuning to this, right? Self-worth is an ongoing process. Like, you can have huge self-worth at one point in your life, but if it's that's based on external things, like how your body looks, that is an external thing to the truth of who you are. You're not your body, right? Then that's not really self-worth, that's body image, right? That's body worth maybe, which, you know, changes in this world every 100 years or so. So what is this based on? You Pisceans, you, my fishy family, because self-worth, if we knew the truth of who we were, we're divine beings, we're immortal souls, genderless, raceless, ageless, without political affiliation, by the way, in the higher realms, right? That were chosen to play these roles. We're all divine children. So based on that, self-esteem is sort of like, right? Like, oh, I'm divine, as is everybody else, though. It's not that power over, it's not that better than or less than thing. In theory, right, of feeling that way. But that's why we have these next two oracle decks we're going to work with, all from the same company, all 4 oracles, right? It's only 11 cards in this spread. 4 oracles, 6 tarot, and 1 healing mantra card, healing modality, I guess you would say, healing tool. And they're all from the Blue Angel Oracle, these 4 oracles. I like the company, sorry, the Blue Angel Publishing. So let's talk to Kuan Yin to represent the Divine Feminine, what it is that you need to know or deal with inside of yourself. The Blue Angel Oracle for Archangel Michael, the Yang, the external, the more masculine. You with me? Let's do this. Breathe. One more. Oh, I love you, Kuan Yin. Hello, hello, and welcome. Yes, I know, 3rd reading of the day and last reading for the day. Please, my beloved, my queen of compassion, my goddess, my bodhisattva of contentment and divine feminine love, please, 1 card in clarity for this Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs from this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries, the blood moon of October 1st, please. What do they need? What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? What do they need to do inside of themselves? What do they need to call in, deal with, embrace, love with compassion, or otherwise, my beloved Kuan Yin, for the Piscean collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, this new moon to full moon next. Mother of Mercy! It's the Mother of Mercy. Mother of Mercy, card 19. I'm sorry, she likes my sense of humor. Ask her directly. Kuan Yin tends to love everybody as they are, hence, you know, being Kuan Yin. Card number 19. Just like a sun that shines brightly, casting a strong shadow, your growing spiritual power needs to be expressed with the awareness that it will still have an effect on others, even if you are not completely conscious of that effect. That's interesting. To create peace in the expression of your power, we call upon the Mother of Mercy. Mercy tempers great strength and power with kindness, gentleness, compassion, and caring. The Divine Kuan Yin brings the quality of mercy to you now as a divine gift, encouraging you to cultivate mercy in your dealings with others and to receive it for yourself now too. Now this is interesting. The grace of mercy to me is the 2nd chakra grace. I wrote a book called Words of Grace based on the work of Carolyn Mace with my own direct experiences. I'm going to try and get it on Amazon this year or next. We'll see if that works. But it's a 2nd chakra grace, to treat yourself and others with umbilical grace of mercy. Like, to treat others how you really want to be treated, but really getting that they're in your life for a purpose and that everybody's suffering pain, and to give them the mercy that you want to give yourself, but also give to yourself the mercy that you want from others. So interesting. Let's get the prayer, right? There's a prayer at the end of this. Oh, and it seems relatively short. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, Mother of Mercy, so loves my soul. The nectar of mercy brings peace and bliss untold. I open my heart now to this endless love and peace, which the grace of Kuan Yin helps me reach. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mercy. Mercy comes naturally when you get we're all one. Well, and if you're an empath, that helps, right? Because you can feel other people's pain. Tends to elicit mercy, but not if you're not giving it to yourself. You know, a lot of people don't realize they're empathic. That's one thing. But if you do, and you get overloaded, and you treat yourself with compassion, right? And saying, it's okay, I need to take a break. You know, we don't have to... Let's just bless people. Let's just go into a bliss state as a Pisces moon. That's not bypassing your emotions. That's going into a place of prayer and alchemy by extending mercy to yourself. And sometimes that's not making the pain go away as much as it's sort of like doing this to your heart and going, I love you. It's okay to feel this, right? Very much the kindness and compassion to your own heart. But also here it says, and you're dealing with others, which would indicate a more masculine thing as well here. So this would probably be mercy to yourself. Let's see what's going on in the external with Archangel Michael. Nice deep breath. Hi, Archangel Michael. So good. He's so good looking. Good look. Oh, I mean, no such thing as an ugly archangel. Please, my beloved ultimate quarterback. Sweet, lovely, beautiful quarterback-looking Archangel, blue-eyed Archangel. Please, one card in clarity. I'm flirting with an Archangel. Please, one card in clarity for this Piscean collective Sun rising. Venus sign for this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries. It's the blood moon of October 2020. Took and cover. Please, Archangel Michael, what does the Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign need this new moon to full moon next, particularly in terms of the external world? Beyond the storm, protection. Okay, now they nailed his look to me. Look, he gave him long hair. He's like that long-haired quarterback that we all, maybe not all, but most. Beautiful, beautiful. If I could endure the pain, I would have his face tattooed like tramp stamp. I love Archangel. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm of Archangel Ariel. We're the Earth Angels. He's the fire. Opposite side. North to south. I always did like them Southern boys. Look at them dreamy eyes. Oh, good God Almighty. I've got a thing for Archangel Michael, but really, once you meet him, it's hard not to. Card number 28, Beyond the Storm, protection. So this does say, with this Mother of Mercy and this Angel of Self-Worth, whatever this self-worth issue thing is here, regaining our self-worth, we're being protected to do that. So what is it? Card number 28, Beyond the Storm, protection. Storms will come and go, and every dark cloud will clear. Course. Beyond every storm, there is a clear day. The sun will shine once more, so look beyond the current situation. There is nothing to fear, for I, Michael, will protect you and keep you safe from harm. Well, yeah. Woof. You cannot avoid the current situation, so let it come and go. So strong. There is nothing you have done to create it. Sometimes storms just appear, and you know, that's where we get into the superstition of, oh, if only I didn't do that and that and that, then this wouldn't have happened. You don't know that. There's a divine plan. You've done nothing wrong. They are a part of nature, storms. And our human nature also. There is light within darkness. Look beyond the storm. There is already a clear blue sky in the distance. The sun shines even when we cannot see it. That's the truth. Trust that all is unfolding as it should. Within each moment, there is love. It may not be obvious, but love is always present. Now, does that mean that in the external world, that Archangel Michael's just gonna like jump in and like cock block anybody who's trying to hurt you? Maybe. I mean, maybe. But it seems to me that the archangels and the adversities and the things that we would need to be merciful in terms of dealing with other people, right? And merciful to ourselves would mean that we're going through some storms. Now, they just opened up a whole file there in the quantum. Look what everybody's dealing with on planet Earth. We're all at storm, right? It's very Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac. I have always been a storm, right? Aurora. Love the cape. Definitely, like, feel the emotions of that, right? How much of a storm is element of water emotion, right? So even empathically, be merciful with yourself. Look, I am pretty much still in lockdown here at my house. Love it that way. I'm a Virgo, Pisces moon. What's his extrovert there? It's the Leo rising that does it. So I'm fine for the most part, but still I get hit with the empathic waves, the empathic surges, which are part of my process here. So the self-worth thing, setting boundaries in terms of taking care of yourself is tricky when you feel like you're being weighed down to the bottom of the ocean. But know that you are protected through this. You didn't do anything to make this storm come, but look beyond the storm. This too shall pass. Okay. Now, how the self-worth part of that gets in there with mercy, I'm not exactly sure. And that's why we're going to do 3 tarot for what's going on yin side of you, the daughters of the moon, for the divine feminine within, and the divine masculine, the external part of it, using the Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman Burke. Breathe. Because I really do call upon my goddesses, in particular Artemis the Amazon, Diana, the divine mother of the moon. Oh, and Circe, enchantress and sorceress, divine daughter of titans and sea nymphs, please. 3 cards in clarity for this Piscean collective sun, moon, rising Venus sign, past, present, future, simple timeline, involving this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries. The blood moon of October 1st, 2020, as though written by Stephen King himself. Please, my goddesses. 3, 1 card in clarity, 1 for the past. Where has the Piscean collective been? Where are they now? And where are they headed? This new moon to full moon next trajectory, September, October 2020. Bam! Well, the Pisces card is here, but first, behind you, the 7 of Flames. In this deck, Victory, I know we're used to seeing that in the 6 of Wands, Flames, Element of Fire, right? But this is the 7. That's saying definitely you're coming from a place of moving in the right direction, and that's why I think in terms of any storm that you may face in this new to full moon, you didn't do anything wrong. You're actually moving along with momentum within, right? This is all the yin stuff. And here's the Pisces card in the present moment. So of course this is going to address not just the emotional, but the intuitive part of you, the divine part of you. 12th house, right? 12th sign of the zodiac, 12th house stuff is about the collective unconsciousness. Not unconsciousness, well, that too. The collective unconscious, that's the vehicle through which we experience the empathy, because we're all one, right? So many different ways of looking at how this resonance thing of empathy and emotion works, the holographic reality of things that is easier felt than understood. And that's just how that is, part of the mystery of it. So remember, a lot of what you're feeling in this storm may not be all yours, because there's this element of the 4 of Blades, deception, of either somebody deliberately not wanting to see something or someone being deceived. Now, whether you are the deceiver or the deceivee, however you want to see that, the one being deceived, still, it is the 4 of Swords, a card of rest and contemplation and going within, perhaps to see where your own personal blindfolds are. Because that's necessary. Look, blindfolds are necessary for certain things in life, right? Like when do you, like you go have an eye operation, right? And they put the thing, right? So you can't see it, so your eyes heal. So this isn't necessarily about deliberately deceiving yourself. There are things that we believe that aren't true, that we may very well be afraid of having revealed to us certain outcomes that we want, and possibly we are deceived about our own self-worth. Well, there's that thing about highest potential, that if we knew what our highest potential was, we would run right in the opposite direction. And that's certainly true of many of the great masters, by the way. If you really look at the hero's journey in general, right? Not just the spiritual journey, the hero's journey. The hero often refuses at first, refuses the call to the adventure, the call to the journey, suffers horribly as a result, and then relents and goes. So there's all sorts of things that we may believe that aren't true, but also I think we're very much in a time in the collective where a lot of lies and delusions and illusions are being exposed. Just turn on the TV. Let's keep going. We're going to use the Mythic Tarot to clarify these, because these are things that are going on inside, right? So even this internal thing, maybe you have been deceived. Maybe you've been deceiving yourself, but I don't feel like that would mean, as a yin card, that this is about you then going forth and deceiving another. But let's see if the Seven of Swords pops up, right? Breathe. My gods, my divine masculine, my divine yang. Yang, please. 3 cards in clarity. I'll put them down. 1, 2, 3, face down for this Piscean collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. This new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries, the blood moon of October 1st. Please clarify, my gods. First, the Seven of Flames in the past, the Maiden of Cups, the Pisces in the future, which would be the Knight of Cups, and this Four of Blades, Deception. Please just pop it right in my hands, the clarifier. Yeah, no problem. There's one more riffle shuffle, please. Though it doesn't really want a riffle shuffle either. Breathe. Oh. Got it, because there's all sorts of data flying around this one, little pieces of information to sort through it all. So some of it's really conflicting. So please, what is the card that clarifies that Four of Pentacles? Please leave it in my hands. I can wait. It's all good. For this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, this new moon to full moon next September, October 2020. Sorry. So that feels like even the shuffle, when they don't just come right to my hands, that there is a little sleight of hand going on here somehow. Maybe symbolically, not literally, but let's see what we got here. Well. What I love, in the past, you got this card of victory, but with the Cancerian card, the King of Cups. So we're really looking about an emotional victory here, right? This really does feel like you, perhaps, being merciful, right? You think of what is emotional maturity, somebody who can be merciful, who has suffered and healed that there's no sense of entitlement and mercy. It's like, oh, you dear, I'm so sorry for your pain. It's mercy is almost an automatic, I don't want to say perk, an automatic unfolding of empathy. Like the empathy is there and then it just blossoms into this mercy flower. So that mother of mercy there, to be merciful with yourself, maybe it was you being merciful with yourself, but it feels like your key to this now, since you have the emotional maturity, and yes, this could be about victory with a Cancerian, Sun, Moon, Rising, whoever, whatever. But I think if we're looking at then the 4th house energy of Cancer, we're looking at the home. We are looking at the emotional shell. Now, this is an external card, so this absolutely could represent someone outside of you. But then it would be that sort of home-based, again, emotionally warm thing. And with that Seven of Flames there, I don't know, I kind of feel like that's more you coming off in your masculine energy as being magnanimous. There's a word I don't use, that's got to be from them. And in a sense of victory. Now, bringing you, interestingly enough, with that victory into the Ace of Wands, right? The Ace of Wands, a new passion, a new inspiration, a new desire, a new quest comes, but one that perhaps comes internally. Right? That Piscean thing, that maybe the inspiration rises from within, and then, or is at least met with something from without, right? That there's a meeting of inspiration and intuition. Oh, that was good. That was good. Perhaps helping you see beyond the storm, right? Looking at that beyond the storm here. Now, I'm still connecting here the angel of self-worth, that you are currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. And I have to say, with this card behind you, I'm not getting that. But perhaps this new quest, oh, don't you love when I do that? I do. Oh, it's like they pop it into my head. Oh. This new quest, this new passion might be having you feeling two ways. Pisces card, you know what I mean. Dolphin and shark. Skipper and Flipper and Jaws. Skipper. Wrong TV show. 3-hour tour my ass. So, of course, that might be part of the delusion here, and one that you've got the Chariot, that you really take the reins of this delusion that perhaps you are not good enough or you are not worthy of that which you want. And so you're going to take what? The dualistic cards are so interesting because it's the white horse and the dark horse channeling them together, right? So I see that as inspiration, the light horse, and motivation, the dark horse, right? Because inspiration is this. I feel like the inspiration is there. Comes from love, comes from spirit, inspiration. But motivation is very much, well, we're going to do this and we're going to, right? Often comes from, if not fear, then from a need, a desire to drive oneself forward. So, very powerful card. The Cancerian card, I'll agree with that. So a lot of emotions possibly pulling you in both ways. Which would make sense for a Pisces, but you still have to channel them together. But understand there's some sort of deception. You're not seeing yourself clearly. Obviously, I would think reverting back to the angel of self-worth. It's time to recognize your self-worth. Give yourself the mercy that you need, because I think you're really good at giving it to others, and it will get you beyond this storm, that there is protection. You are protected through this, and you didn't do anything wrong. Please, if that's your mantra, look, wait, where's the book? I just saw it last night. I had it here. Oh, are you not here anymore? Are you probably over on the dining room table? Yeah, Matt Kahn book. The universe always has a plan. 10. Oh, here it is. The 10 golden rules of letting go. Look, I don't work for Hay House. I don't work for Matt Kahn. He don't know me. I know him through his work. The very first of it's such a good book, and it's a simple read too. It's not going to tie your head in knots. The first golden rule: you've done nothing wrong. Why? Because it's all a quantum game, right? So that might be like, I did something wrong. No, well, we all feel that way, right? And in the collective, with what's going on, just the guilt and the shame and the racial injustice, there's a lot. But get that you might be empathing this too, and that there is a way through. Let's get your last two cards down. We are looking here at the Whispers of Love Oracle, same company as the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses, the Kuan Yin Oracle, and the Blue Angel Oracle, Blue Angel Publishing. And I really, really love this deck. So let's get what the voices of your higher self say in a whisper of love. Higher selves of all involved, please. One card in clarity, perhaps even my own higher self. I could see myself in this a little bit. Of course, with the deception card, maybe I won't see that till later. So maybe if you don't see yourself in this now, watch it in a week or two, right? So the higher selves of all involved, perhaps my own included, one card in clarity for this Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, from this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries, the blood moon of October 1st. Last time I have to say that. Oh no, I'll do one more time. One more card on the table. Really, what is it that they need? The piece of inspiration, information, or insight for the Piscean collective, this new moon to full moon next September, October 2020. You are limitless. Now, before I read what else is on the card, I'll get there. You are currently underestimating yourself. It is time to regain your self-worth. Why? Because you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do, and they just highlighted the word recognize. What does it mean to cognize? Take the re off first. Step back, re. What does it mean to cognize? It means to understand. Babies cognizing language. Right? When you're talking and their lips start to, it's the cognization. So what does it mean to recognize? To re-know. To be reintroduced to something, to remember that you are limitless. You are a soul. You've been chosen to play the role of the name and the body that you're in this lifetime. You come from limitlessness. You are learning that limitlessness here. Not that you control what happens, but you control how you perceive it, how you deal with it. To that extent, we have free will. And I do feel like in this situation, whatever this storm is that comes, you can get through it. But you're going to have to look at how you devalue yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with humility. To me, the grace of humility is along with the grace of mercy. Different energetic placement and how I teach it, not the second chakra necessarily, but that humility of knowing that I don't know, but I'm willing to be shown. Actually, the Course in Miracles does say that true humility is knowing that you're perfect, but that you didn't create you. That was a lot. Thorpe. So recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do, and I do feel like that's what the deception is around. It's a lack of self-worth thing, and maybe your self-worth has been just fine, but now they upped the ante. Zeus issuing forth the new quest to retrieve the golden fleece in this particular deck. Feeling it, not knowing, I don't know, I really want it, but you are limitless. So of course this last one down should be a very effective last piece in the puzzle. We're looking at the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. The voices of the Ascended Masters, those who've already played the game, right? They graduated, they've got their master's degree. Isn't it funny how I think at the end of it all, we model everything here about after what happens in the higher dimensions, right? Like our resorts are really just the paradise zones. It's just so funny that this world is virtual reality, so we create these virtual reality games. So crazy. But as above, so below, right? Let's do this. Breathe. From a higher dimensional perspective, we are the Ascended Masters, looking back on our lives and experiencing them through our own eyes. Great. Please. My Ascended Masters, I need one card in clarity for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for this new moon in Virgo, 2 full moon next in Aries. Last time, arg, 'tis the blood moon of October 1st. Please, my Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, dealing with the angel of self-worth, right? They have the help there. Mother of Mercy, Kuan Yin, saying to deal mercifully with others, including themselves, right? Archangel Michael saying you're protected, look beyond the storm. This is a necessary thing. You did not make it happen. It's supposed to be happening. You're supposed to be a part of it. It's scripted. It's written. Coming from a place of 7 of Flames, victory with emotional maturity, that King of Cups either is somebody else, but really feels like the externalization of that. Moving forward wisely. And honestly, in a really sweet, it feels merciful way. But now with this card of Pisces, the very sign itself with the Ace of Wands, that there's this feeling both ways about a new project, a new quest, a new desire, that their delusions, their deceptions are going to be addressed. But with the Chariot, they will find their way through this storm because they are limitless. We are limitless. Recognize this truth. We can do anything we choose to do. So please, it's a lot. What is the clarifying healing mantra that we can use this new moon to full moon next September to October 2020? Thank you, my Ascended Masters, as always. Soothing impatience. There's nothing to do but wait. Notice I didn't need to look at the card to know that there's nothing to do but wait, because there is nothing to do but wait, which really tells you something about divine timing. By the way, as nice as this shirt is, I'm wearing sweatpants I have all day. Really could be a newscaster. Lord knows what they're wearing. This is a very, very powerful thing because I know as a Pisces moon, I want it now. I don't want to wait anymore. I don't want to know. Like, I feel like my Virgo sun is very much like the divine masculine part of me, like very Dionysian, but very like, okay, we'll do this and this and all in its time. And my Pisces moon is this 15-year-old girl with a black leather jacket. And she's like, come on now. My piranha girl. Love her so much. Soothing impatience. touch your heart. Talk to the child. Hear this. There's nothing to do but wait, sweetheart. When impatience is soothed, each perceivable barrier becomes an opportunity to be more aligned with your soul by slowing down. In the soothing of impatience, you no longer see moments of pause or delay as conspiring against you. Instead, you realize they are giving you time for inner reflection, where life's deepest meaning can be uncovered, even in the most ordinary of circumstances, nor have you done anything to delay it. See, I think like that's it. Well, I guess I'm not worthy. I've done that. Oh my God. You cast, you pray, you do rituals, ceremonies, new moon, full moon, quarter moon. Oh, this gate opened. Let's do the same intention and it still hasn't come. Honey, we're not in charge of the when. I wish we were, but then think about that. Where we come from, the higher dimensions, it's instant gratification. All time is one. New York pizza, turn your head, there's New York pizza. You ever notice that in dreams, right? It's a higher dimensional plane than this one. This is the third dimension and the fourth. We are dealing with time. Fifth dimension, we'll see. I mean, instant pizza. I mean, we wouldn't need DoorDash, and we want to put all those people out of work. But they would be able to manifest too, right? It's not like that. Things come when they are meant to come, whether we like it or not. And it feels like this timing thing, even though we don't have necessarily timing cards here, we do have a card of a storm here. And all storms pass. There's never been a storm that lasted forever. Except Sue Storm, maybe, Johnny, perhaps. This mantra is ideal for becoming more grounded, okay? Easing frustrations and releasing blame, particularly of oneself. And when does one release blame? When they're being merciful. You did the best that you could. It's okay. This isn't your fault, sweetheart. Be easy on yourself. Be gentle. Let's put it all together. This fits together like puzzle pieces. You've got the angel of mercy, right? You're currently undervaluing yourself. It's time to regain your self-worth. And I do think a big part of that is the delusion that you are in charge of this, right? And that's something you're going to smack up into. Therefore, be merciful with yourself and others. Everybody is doing the best that they can. Everybody is doing the best that they can, even when they don't seem to. Everybody's doing the best they can according to their level of awareness, consciousness, the wounds they carry, known and unknown. So, of course, soothing impatience. You're doing the best that you can. There's nothing to do but wait. It's coming. What you want is coming. It is just what? Beyond the storm. You are being protected until that time because you are limitless. Recognize this truth. Recognize, underline that word, recognize. You already knew it. You already know it. You just need to re-know that you are limitless, and certainly coming from the past here of that emotional maturity and that victory, then it would make sense that you might have been presented, you might be upgrading, you might be getting a new quest or a higher aspect of the journey that you are already on. You're being up-leveled. You might have beaten the boss on one level, and now you're on the next great incarnation as video game lexicon, but it do seem to work. So let's give you the blessing here. Take a nice deep breath. My gods and my goddesses, sacred, please, may the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, myself included, be blessed with all that we need this new moon in Virgo to full moon next in Aries, that we may work with the angel of self-worth to recognize our limitlessness and our true worth, being merciful to ourselves and each other, knowing that we need to soothe impatience by knowing that there's nothing to do but wait. Even though we are coming from this place of victory and triumph and moving forward and getting some momentum going in our lives, that just because we're getting some intuitive hits and some mixed emotions about a new quest, a new level that may not have hit yet, we might not know what this is yet, but is manifesting in the near immediate, and it may bring on an emotional storm, but a storm that will pass. We need to look beyond the storm to know that they all pass, so that we can grab the reins of our own self-deception, of our own lack of self-worth, understand that we are souls in play, that we have been chosen to play these games, that we are divine beings in form, to achieve that which we came here to do, but we're not in charge of the when, because in the end, let us know that there's nothing to do but wait, and it's not our fault because we didn't do anything wrong for our well-being and for the quantum well-being of all sentient life. May we be so blessed. Oh, so mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching, my fishy family, my mer family. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment if you have not already. Let's see if I can get to 30,000 in the next year or so. Good God Almighty, let's see if we can make that happen. Right, my fishies? Because I'm the fun one. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, Pisces Moon, Virgo Sun, Leo Rising. Gotta love it. And if you don't, I thank you so much for watching anyway. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon next, my darlings. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.